Take Star Wars, one of the most iconic movie franchises, and then take EA, one of the most greediest companies in the world, and you get Star Wars Battlefront. Yay? The Battlefront video game series of Star Wars is for me quite an aggravating topic. One game is just Call of Duty in space, and the other is definitely one of the most annoying games I ever played. Both of them are not really good games, but none of them are also outright terrible. At the end of the day, it's just part of EA's very snobbish catalogue of video games. However, I shouldn't judge a book by its cover. Titanfall 2 is one of my favourite games of all time, and that game was developed by EA. And the Titanfall series is really the only good EA franchise. Let's start with the first Star Wars Battlefront. I hit up the startup screen, and I'm already greeted by a message from EA that I have to sign in with an account. Yeah, no thank you. I know I have to sign in for online features, but goddammit, I already paid Xbox to have online features. Tell me in the comments if you think I'm missing out. I don't really have a lot to say about the first Star Wars Battlefront if I'm being honest. You just play as a generic soldier character, shoot up some other generic soldier characters, and do whatever the mission is. Once you learned all about the abilities, then this game is not that hard. I mean, that's why I kind of like this game. It has a simple, yet quite an enjoyable premise. Plus, riding on speeders are quite a lot of good fun. As boring as this game is, this is actually my favourite out of the two Battlefront games. Because Star Wars Battlefront 2, that's a whole different story. At first glance, this game doesn't look too bad. I mean, the graphics are absolutely beautiful. The human characters look like human characters. Also, the loading screens are a lot more inspired compared to the previous one, which didn't have a loading screen. Plus, they included a story mode, which is a great idea, but it was really disappointing. We'll talk about that shortly. The game wanted to include Jedi and Sith to add more interesting things to the mix, and in concept, it was really good, but in execution, the gun wielders now utter crap. Except for Bosk. Bosk is a G. Truly a work of art. What about the Sith and the Jedi then? They are overpowered as hell. They can take down soldiers in 2 bloody hits. And the special abilities in the game, for the Jedi, you could just spam them and still have success, but for the soldiers in the game, yeah, good luck trying to use them. Now for the story mode. From what I've played so far, it is so generic. All of the characters are really not that memorable because they have zero personality whatsoever, with the possible exception of Agent Miko. However, the story mode does try to mix up gameplay a little bit, with some examples you being able to utilize a TIE fighter for space battles. While I liked those sections, it really gives Star Fox Zero a run for its money, and I personally really love this game. But on foot, the story mode is actually better than 50% of the game. Because you're mainly playing as one character, you have to think carefully about when you have to use your abilities, and you can change guns to complement each different battle scenario, which I guess is pretty clever. But if the story mode was a tad bit more engaging, then I would have felt, enveloped into the world of Star Wars, which is what I feel in the movies and the TV shows, but not in this game. Note to self me, looks aren't everything. So overall, Battlefront 1 with its boring premise but somewhat engaging combat gets a 6 out of 10 for me. Star Wars Battlefront 2 with its amazing graphics but lackluster story mode and unbalanced roster gets a 5 out of 10 for me. Not a perfect series in general, but has some fun elements to it. But hey, that's my opinion. What about yours? Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.